Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Nicodemus Hill, a fair and balanced map for you. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video, and by doing so and hitting the join button, by doing that, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So with this all being said, server pop as of right now, it's 2:35. It is April 14th at about 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. In balance right now is 1 towards the CSA side. Considering artillery in the mix, though, you got 15 on the CSA side, and on the Union side you have 13. So right now it is a two-man infantry in balance in favor of the CSA side. Officers for today, on the CSA side you got Joseph D, you have Blake B. Killing, you have Seasoning, you have for the artillery East Carolina, no one on this one, and then you got Samit, whereas on the Union side you got Wojtek, you have your guy Duck, you have Noah V, Nolan, and for the artillery you have Motown, and then no one for battery Reynolds. So Nicodemus Hill, it's a 55% ticket advantage to the attacking Union side. The weapons Union has on this map, they have the 15th Massachusetts Regiment with the Lorenz, and they have the 1st Minnesota companies with the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 61. Whereas the CSA side, hello artillery, you got the 13th Virginia with the Springfield 42, so Buck and Ball. They have the Enfield and the Springfield 55. And then they also had the 1st Virginia Cavalry, which they're a special unit, so they only have one flag. Normal infantry company has to have two. But that 1st Virginia Cavalry has the Sharps carbine rifle, the Colt Army pistols, and they have swords. So that special company limited to 16 guys, which I don't know where they're at. However, Union's charging this stone wall right away. The Cav here for CSA is holding. And you can see these pistols popping off. I mean, there's a fair amount of Union going over here. Each pistol, they've got 6 shots in them, I'm pretty sure. Except for the officer, who might have a Lamat, depending if he's high level enough. So you could just see Union charged half their team, roughly, here, and just the tiny Cav unit. I mean, maybe a little less than half, but still a lot of people they charged here, and the Cav was able to hold them off just on their own. And I mean, every 5 seconds, someone from Cav, presumably, is spawning back in. And they're just going to get another pistol in the fight. Artillery says hi for Union. And the fact that CSA Cav is holding that while the rest of the CSA infantry is preoccupied with the Union infantry on that front, it's a little surprising.
Shooting the shit out of these guys. Dude,
these guys are stupid, bro.
We don't even have any infantry support.
Bro, what the fuck,
This
dude?
is just Cav.
Yeah, this is definitely a little embarrassing for the Union side. The fact that they cannot break through this. And Joseph D is going to charge with himself. Oh, his guys are moving forward. Never mind. Look at that. They're trying to get these flags, which killing those mobile respawns could be very, very helpful if you are the CSA side. But it looks like they will get out in the end. So, Nicodemus Hill, general Union strategy. In the past, Union's charged up on this stone wall, because if you can take the top of this hill here, you, as Union, can overlook the entirety of this map, more importantly the point, and then charge down whenever you want. However, you saw how well the Cav just held on that stone wall. Imagine you have the whole CSA infantry, who potentially has Buck and Ball there as well. They are going to be able to hold that well. And so, Union has opted to instead push towards this more open field approach. It is much more exposed, however, you're not charging a stone wall with a fair amount of CSA on it who's got Buck and Ball and pistols.
God damn it.
But CSA spread out, and generally that's what you see out of a defense at the start of the round. The defender spreads out across the width of the map, and by doing so they can cover every point of the map, right? As a defender, you don't want to put all your guys on one side and have the opponent go hit you on the other side. That would just suck. And so they've spread out, as you should. And the problem with what Union's doing now is this is a pretty wide map. And so the Union needs to group up and hit one of these sides fast, and they need to do it together as a team, right? CSA spread out, And Union's also spreading themselves out. Why would they make it better for the defenders? They need to just... They should have just spawned in and got a hog wild on one of these sides. As an attacker, you cannot just show yourself in the open and then just sit there. You're giving the defenders a lot of time to do stuff. And as the server pop starts to increase, I mean, 230 is kind of at that iffy middle area, right? But as the server pop starts to increase to 300, 350, defenders can defend the whole width of the map with ease. And as an attacker, you have to move quick, and you have to be deceptive. You can't just stand in the open and expect things to work for you. Anyways, here's a charge from Union. Union's down already by half morale stage as well. That was fast. And Union, again, is trying to charge this after failing miserably a moment ago. I don't know why that Union company thinks they can go in on their own and do great things. They also got CSA as infantry support in the center on point. And Union is just getting embarrassed right now. This is...
whatever. We gotta move up, boys. Let's go.
They had a rough last round on Eastwoods, however. Not something you would want to see. Man, this is sad, too. I mean, maybe Union over here is like, you know, we have the increased accuracy, so we're going to have a shootout from a distance. But the thing is CSA has put themselves in a nice spot. Like, Union charged up, and then CSA went to these open areas to kind of shoot them down, and that worked out well. But the moment Union is sitting back, CSA is playing this smart. They're like, we're going to sit behind this. Well, they were going to sit behind this house, and then they moved. Must have been hearing me. But... they're mostly in cover, and they're still pretty far away, so they're not taking a terrible amount of casualties. And it also doesn't help Union right now, because they need to catch up on tickets some way. And maybe a shootout can do that, but it's going to be a slow rate.
Right above that grass, gentlemen.
So, with this all being said, the Union just seems outnumbered, too. And they aren't. I mean, unless they have a lot more guys on artillery, which they have 16. CSA has 14. So, I mean, I guess Union's down like 6 guys right now, which for this pop is perfectly acceptable. And Union is going to back off on this front, as they should. Because, right, Union either needs to go all this side or all the other side. They can't... There's no in between. Union's gonna hit engage. They're not half morale stage. Jeez, this has been pathetic from Union tonight. What are they gonna do though?
That was my flag. That was mine.
So Union's got to do something. Their officers are just not communicating. This has been a theme all night from them, and it's a shame too. This is honestly pathetic. I mean, are they? I mean, I'm in the CSA chat. Let me see if Union they're chatting at all. We make Rebs fight in a line. Our RE can nail them. Artillery will not win you this game, my friend. That is watching War of Rights for the past 3 years. I can tell you, artillery will not win you this game. It's a Union plan. Are you kidding me? You know, at least they're doing things together. The officers for the Union side, they're talking, and you know they're at least doing the same thing. I can give them props in that aspect. I cannot give them props for their strategy though. Artillery will not ever win you games in War of Rights. It all comes down to the infantry and their actions. Artillery can help in that goal. Most certainly, but they are not the reason why that happens. Anyways, Union shortly is going to hit engage. CSA short to follow, but we're still going to have a few minutes out before that. I mean, it looks like that ticket gap might be getting a little closer here as the shootout kind of happens, but it's going to become an issue of time at this point. There goes Union down to engage, but, right, a shootout can work great for you. So at least, you know, Union's singing some good songs. So, but yeah, the shootout can work fine for an attacker, and generally, over a long period of time, a shootout should, in theory, work in favor of the attackers, right? There's so many variables that go into if someone hits a shot from a long range, like the skill of the person, the randomness of the bullet, which is not as much as it used to be with the recent update that happened a month ago at this point, but there's still a fair amount of randomness, the sway of your gun, right? And so, oh my goodness, Artie's just pounding the Union. But as a result, generally, these longer kind of shootouts here, generally are one-to-one trades. And since the attackers have more tickets overall, over the long run, it's going to hurt the CSA in terms of a percentage. At least in theory, it should. Now, some maps you'll see an exception a lot, like, is it Pry House? Yeah, Pry House is usually the exception where the defenders can outshoot the attackers, but that has kind of changed with the recent update as well. So, with this all being... Oh my, Union Artie. Hey, there's Union Artie. It's a nice little barrage there. But again, what? That killed 5-6 dudes? Great. But that flag is going to spawn those 5-6 dudes back in 25-30 seconds. 5-second spawns. I mean, artillery, if you were artillery, I don't think you could ask for a more perfect round of War of Rights. Everyone's fighting over the open. I mean, if we just look from the CSA artillery position, like, you can't ask for something better than this. I also got the flannel dripping, but yeah, it's a beautiful angle. Like, I mean, we can maybe stay here for a moment and watch them shoot. We'll go look at the Union artillery in a second. Alright, here he goes. Let's just watch this. Oh, he overshot it. Dang. And then, on the opposite end, you have the Union artillery, which we just saw do a great little barrage here. It looks as if they are doing that, which, honestly, I like the barrage over the independent artillery fire, because if the barrage is good... Oh, there goes one.
Just a little short on that shot.
If the barrage is good, it's going to be able to kill a good few more amount of people than, like, your independent shot. Generally, right? You're shooting more shots off, you should, in theory, get more kills. But that's going to impact the opponent a little longer, I would think, than just doing one shot, killing a guy or two, and then they spawn in within 5 to 10 seconds. And then you got the other Union battery here, which is not as great as the other one. You could still kind of see the CSA in the center. They could counter battery, but if you counter battery, that's just a shame, really. Because if you counter battery, right, you at most are going to kill a guy or two on a gun and maybe flip the gun, but that's very rare. And then also you hitting and killing those 2 or so guys, it's going to be rare. So, I mean, generally, as an attacker, you want to hit the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark. So, I mean, Union's got this at least. That ticket gap is about, it's getting to a third of a stage. It was, at one point, a half morale stage difference.
Gentlemen, I promise
But
you, once we close the ticket gap to this part, we will move in there. Once we shoot them down, we will move in there. My favorite place to fucking fight this match is the shed behind that big white house up there to the west. My goal is to get us there.
Well, that goal is not happening right now. Sorry. But, I mean, that's what's happening. I remember, again, that ticket gap was half a morale stage, and the bars are visually off. When you hit a new morale stage, you would think the bar would start moving down, but it doesn't. It takes a moment, and then it starts dropping. It's like the bar is longer than what's shown on screen. And because of that, we've seen Union drop about a fourth of a stage, and CSA's barely dropped and engaged at all. So, That is true that artillery could run out of their shots. That's definitely possible. But, I mean, let's see. Let's look at the at least CSA side here, right? So, it looks like most of their shell is gone. They're starting to use their case. For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure this is how it is. But you got canister shots on the right, 5 of them there. You got 2 rows of case and then 2 rows of shell. And case and shell are generally used for your longer range shots.
What yardage are you shooting, dude? It's like
I mean,
230,
this one is about a good chunk of the way through. That one's about halfway through. Let's see this one here. This one's nearly out of that. Actually, I'm sorry. There's... Oh, wait. I just... You know, this is what I... These are 3-pounders. Those are Napoleon 12-pounders. And I just realized they had different things. Interesting. So maybe the Napoleons here, they have only 4 rows. So I think it's 2 a shell, 1 a case, and 1 a canister would be my best guess. But anyways, that one still has some. This one still has some. I mean, this one is a little less than, or over halfway. This one's still got a fair amount. I mean, CSA's got, this one's full. That one's almost like halfway. That one's a little over half. This one just, what is more than half? I mean, what? We are almost halfway through the round. Well, I guess almost 20 minutes into it. I guess we're 18 so far? Oh my goodness, Union's actually going. 18 minutes into the round. CSA still, I think, gets plenty of shots, or at least lasting through the round. Maybe not the whole round, which is a fair point, but I don't know if the round's going to last this long. Union, that ticket gap has gone from a half morale stage to almost, it's 3/4 of morale stage different. This shootout is not working for Union. Hello, Artie. What a mess. And CSA countercharging for no reason at all. Here come the pistols.
Just charge it.
I mean, I guess they're maybe trying to cut off the Union flags, but at this point, right, CSA just needs to be wary about getting cut off and defeated in detail. That's why I was a little caught off guard by this, but they're doing damage. Union not really focused on them, focused on the large CSA in front of them, and they, in the end, will at least get these Union flags down, and Union drops to take in losses. See, if I'm CSA, I just sit back, let the Union come to me, sit here, and just get shot to crap. That's, again, Union is moving so slow on everything that, regardless of what they kind of do, CSA can react quickly, and it's a shame. But Union has all 4 flags down right here. There was a Union guy here, but this guy's going to get team killed. Yep. And so that's unfortunate, because now, at this point, right, Union has only one option, is to either sit back and shoot or charge back up and get the flags. They have no other option, because now they don't get their mobile respawns and they can't really fight anywhere. And so, yeah. I mean, I don't know if time's really going to be an issue at this point in the round, just because Union's down to taking losses. It's been 20 minutes through. If this pace keeps going, it'll be about 5 minutes on that clock when the game ends. However, this is a mess. I will say, just to point out, the poll I put up at the beginning of this round to see who would win, USA had like 70% of the people said USA, and then it's now really, CSA's at 60%. I find that pretty funny. This is neat. So, Union moving up this side. Now, they might just sit and shoot this out again, which I don't know why you would.
We're going to do information. All right, gentlemen? Forget your loads. We're gonna go rescue those flags. Let's go. Sprint on me, sprint on me, sprint on me. Bring the flags back to here. Yo, let's go, let's go.
They are grabbing the flags and bringing them back.
Pick up the flags. Let's go. Everybody should be picking that flag. Rushing. Let them on. Let's go. That is a heart and soul, gentlemen.
Why is he running towards the CSA?
Grind when it's down. Oh shit. Someone pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh, he's gonna team kill him. He's gonna try.
Get these flags back.
What is he doing? How has CSA not hit this man yet? How is he still alive? Out there he goes. I don't know why he's running the flag all the way up there. Oh, Well, that's unfortunate. But... wow. Union's going to get that back. I mean, they're setting up a fair amount of guys. But, alright, Union's got the flags back. Oh my goodness, they're bonsaiing. And look at that, CSA's already... I don't know if the pistols were already there, but... Excuse me, but... Union's already off on it. What the heck?
This is actually where I jerked
CSA's already there.
I watched his brains splatter all over the tree.
Take cover, boys!
They're waiting for us. No, fuck cover. The Union believes in nothing. Nothing matters more than just thick men running through woods, having fun.
Oh my goodness, it's over. It's so over. So it's getting to a point where it's almost a morale stage difference right now. This is sad. But, I mean, I know there can be newer officers, at least playing, or new people officering in this game, right? There's always a learning curve to everything, and in the end, hopefully these broadcasts could be helpful in that sense. Hopefully entertaining as well, but I think a large part of this can be, you know, learning the mistake of your ways. Or mistakes that you make, not like, okay. Yeah, you make mistakes, right? Hopefully these can help you learn it. But, oh, that nice already shot. But, it feels like, at least for me, when you play this game, or at least spectate the game enough, certain things become true, kind of regardless of the situation. Like, at a certain point, there's certain steps you have to do to win matches. Sometimes it can be super difficult and near impossible to win matches, but you can still at least do those steps to give you, you know, the best chance possible. And Union's just not doing that at all. They're really slow, which lets CSA respond quickly to what they're doing. They're engaging in a shootout. I like that they changed up their strategy, right? Union charged each flank of this map at the beginning of the map with half their team each. Half the Union team charged left, the other half charged right. And that didn't work. So Union changed up their strategy, which is good. But now they've been sitting and shooting in this field for, I don't know, the past 10, 15 minutes, it's felt like. And if anything, the ticket gap has grown. And it's fairly obvious. I mean, CSA's got great gun positioning on the Union in the open here. And even when you don't consider artillery, I mean, CSA, they're spread out in... They have fences that they can use. They're also fairly spread out. I mean, Union is kind of spread out as well. They're spread out about the same. But, I mean, CSA still got a snake fence. They've got the orchard blinding their cover. They did, but now they pushed up a little more. I think they don't want Union getting this flag back. But that's the thing is, I mean, what's our server pop right now? 270. We're getting up there, which is nice to see. However, especially now that it's a higher pop server, you have to deceive your opponent. And that's really hard to do in pubs. Union officers are still... The problem for Union... just another side note. The problem for Union here is that they're getting shelled non-stop by artillery and infantry is throwing lead their way. They're consistently dying, and they're having a hard time keeping their full team out here to get in a shootout with the CSA. Like, they need to back up and reform and do something else. Like, Union's now down over a morale stage, and they keep doing the same thing. You gotta change something up. So, 20 minutes left. Union's about to hit breaking. CSA almost down to taking losses. And this is just rough.
Wojtek, we're about to go full breaking. What's the main plan now?
You're just now realizing that?
Because fucking
No, I'm
no one
saying,
just
'cause,
want to
I'm
charge
following you,
to the
Vortex.
fucking end.
I'm just sticking with my company with you.
Look at that.
'Cause
I
I got
mean,
a
these
small
guys
company.
are having a gunfight with this. This is perfect, man. That's exactly what we want.
What?
Hey there, Wojtek.
This is exactly what we want, to be losing by over a morale stage. I mean, this makes me want to officer sometimes, but... We're happy to be losing. This perfect position that Wojtek is talking about has been happening the past 10-15 minutes, and it has not worked. So, I mean, you got some Union that are trying something else, which I can appreciate. The issue, though, is that, again, It's better to do something in this game as a team versus independently trying to do your own great thing. It's just how the game is. And the thing is, right, is that when you zoom out here, it's like, oh, CSA doesn't have a whole lot of guys. Remember, the CSA guys holding here, they're the cav. They got pistols and sharps that can reload at half the rate. I guess there's a normal infantry guy here as well who wants to have the fun, but here we go. That's a rare thing to see, a volley with the sharps. But here comes Union. They're bringing a flag up. But at this point, Union's lost, so, you know, they might as well try to have fun. And if this is fun, you know, you take what you can get. Oh, this is so sad. This is so unfortunate.
Keep charging cavalry, man.
He's not a bum, Joseph. He's doing great things. He's going against the status quo, and he's trying. I can appreciate that. Not gonna work, but you know. But wow. I mean, hey, this is great cinematics, I will say. Union and CSA kind of duking it out in the open like this with the arty going off. But I mean, CSA's played a great game so far. It's not like they've had to do much, but they've done everything right. So. That's some more rights music if I've ever heard of it. My goodness. Jeez, they almost got that flag too. A couple CSA guys went out to get it. Man. I mean, we haven't really seen, I mean, outside of that one barrage, we haven't really seen much of Union Arty. Which Union Arty's shooting and missing. They're hitting the trees. Union Arty can hit the corner where the snake fence and stone wall meet, but you know, it's a hard shot per se. It's like I don't get why. It's like the Union infantry is focused on this side. Why is the artillery not supporting the infantry and they're shooting all the way over here? Maybe they saw the Union guys charging over here and they were. It looks like they lost a flag there as well. But I mean, how much ammo does the CSA already have left? Yeah, they still got some left, it looks like. They got a fair amount. It's the thing, there's so many guns up here that, like, CSA can just unload lead, and they can do well. And then they can start doing the canister towards the end of the round, but...
I mean, the only way to win is to kill them. And the best way to kill them is to get them to fight in the open, just instead of behind that stone wall on the left. And this is the best way we do it. I promise you it works, boys. It's just not going to work today.
This will never work for a Union strategy. This will never ever work on this map. If you win this map, I don't... All praises to whoever can win like this. But it just seems fairly obvious, like, unless CSA plays really, really, really bad, which again, they have to play really, really, really bad, there's no shot in a million years Union wins by sitting in an open field with a whole CSA battery, 3 of them to be precise, I think, shooting down on you in the open when the whole CSA infantry gets straight fences, which, oh my god, CSA starting to shoot canister, and it did hit a guy. But I don't know how much those straight fences are going to block bullets. I assume they block a couple. But I don't get how you can see. You say you have a perfect scenario. This is exactly what you want and how you win this map. However, it is going terrible for you. You're almost... That take a gap is... this is honestly impressive. And CSA is like, screw it. Oh my goodness. They better hit these shots. Hello, Artie.
What they say, cannonballs never hit twice at the same spot.
That's true. So true. Man, and here we go. CSA canister ripped into their own friendlies, but who cares? I have not seen CSA charge out like this on Nicodemus Hill before. That's more team kills. I've never seen that. I've seen it on Piper Farm. Not Piper Farm. Actually, no, you can kind of say Piper Farm. I've seen it on Pry. How? No. What's the map?
Total Yankee death. Where's down here?
Pry Ford. That's the map. That's the map. It's all the way over there. It's somewhere in this direction. This general direction, I'm pretty sure. But I've not seen the CSA charge all like that on this map, because normally it's idiotic, but now there's no reason not to do it. Union, though, you know, they're being quick now. They're pushing up this side. Unfortunately, they only have one of their flags, and again, that means no respawns. CSA is going to get the pistols here, though.
Our ankles! They're broken!
We came up with...
Keep going, boys! Keep going!
And Union actually might be able to take the corner. Unfortunately, it is at a point in the round where it does not matter. Never called that, though. It's not a bad idea. So, yeah, Union's about to final push. That black timer is going to drop to a couple minutes left. And that clock will tick to 0, and that's going to be our round here. Unless Union miraculously takes the point within the next couple of... knocks CSA to breaking and then takes the point to win. Outside of that, there's no way they're winning. And I mean, at this point, right? Oh, we'll show it in a second. That poor guy.
I said you're a bitch. You can't call me.
It's so funny when someone's charging in this game and they're yelling. Nice shot, Union. They're charging in this game and then they die mid yell. It just cuts off. Anyways, yeah. At this point, CSA they've gotta beat the CSA on the stone wall, which not really gonna do too well for you. So Union already hitting off the stone wall and then hitting the CSA. Do a little ricochet shot. Union just bonsaiing over here. That's all they really can do at this point.
Hello. Boink.
So yeah.
Oh shit! I get it. You saw it.
There they go. 2.5 minutes. I didn't realize it was that low. You know, you watch the same maps over enough years, you'd think you'd know the timers for this stuff, but it was. CSA respawns, pushing up, infantry moving in as well, and that is it. So Union has limited time, infinite tickets, infinite spawns still, but it doesn't matter how they die at this point. Final push just limits you on time. Defenders last stage is last stand. They can't respawn at that point.
We're here now.
in the woods. Yeah, trust me. Alright, gentlemen, let's go.
We're losing point, boys. Let's go.
Go to the point. Go to the point. Should do that.
Oh, Union's actually gunning it to the point here. Well, I guess they got to cap it at this point. CSA is going to hit breaking, so if Union does somehow miraculously take the point, they'll win the game. See that CSA already shot a ricochet off the little stone wall there.
Here they come, boys.
But CSA sees what's going on. They turn and charge in. Oh my goodness, what a shot up to the left side by CSA Artie. That wiped all the Union flags off the face of this earth.
6, 7.
And so, I mean, Union just, from the start, I don't know if their officers just didn't communicate, or they didn't agree, or they just, I don't know what happened. Regardless, it was a crap show for the Union side. You cannot expect the Union side to just not work together. Union split charge, half their team charged the stone wall left, which you can see towards the top right side of my screen, or I guess whatever you're watching this on. But then the other half of the Union charged this side, and it didn't work. And then Union changed to all going over here and shooting it out in the open. Good. You changed your plan. It didn't work, and then you changed your plan. And at that point, you just sat in the open. Oh, that's double or triple canister. That looked pretty cool. But at that point, you just sat in the open field for the rest of the match, and saying this was a perfect situation to be in, but yet you were losing tickets the whole time. So this is not the way to win Nicodemus Hill. You can't expect to win this map sitting in open field when, again, the defending side has stone walls, straight fences to defend. They've got artillery in the most beautiful position you can imagine, on top of guys with Sharps carbines that can reload at double the speed of a normal rifle in this game. And they've also got guys with shotguns who can switch to round ball shots. So overall, it was just a poor round from Union. And we can definitely learn a thing or two from this. But again, if you all want to support the channel, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the events that we cover. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we got other things like our Discord in the description as well. Regardless, thank you all for viewing the Nicodemus Hill round. This was a round. Hopefully we learned a thing or two.